this video, I'm going to tell you 6 ways that you can better know if somebody is giving you feedback versus if somebody is just giving you criticism. And be sure and stay tuned till the end when I talk about the best ways to respond. The first way to tell the difference between criticism and feedback is that criticism focuses on the problem and feedback focuses on the solution. So whenever you hear the person giving you this feedback or criticism, what are they really focused on? Are they truly focused on the things that you didn't do right, the constant thing that you're doing wrong? Or are they pointing to a solution? If they're pointing to a solution, then that can mean it's good feedback. The second way that you can tell the difference between criticism and feedback is by the tone of voice. So if somebody is giving it to you either on the phone or in person, listen to the tone of voice. Criticism usually has either a sarcastic tone or a negative tone or a harsh tone. It's as if the person doesn't really want you to get better. Once again, if the person just wants to point out the problems and focus on the problems. And normally when people are talking about problems, a lot of times they do have more of a harsh or negative tone. However, if the person has more of a calm, quiet, even tone, then it's likely that they're trying to give you feedback. And they're trying to do it in such a way that you'll receive it as feedback versus criticism. The third way to tell the difference between criticism and feedback is that criticism usually will consist of words of absolutes, whether it is in person, on the phone, in an email, in any other kind of communication. They'll focus on absolutes such as you never, or you always, or this is the problem that always happens. And a lot of times it's talking about the past. And that's where they come up with these absolutes. You always, meaning you've done this in the past and you're still doing it. Or you never did it in the past and you're never doing it now. So it's focusing more on the past. Whereas if it's feedback, there's not absolutes in the verbiage. The fourth way to tell the difference is the other person tearing you down, or is the other person trying to bring you up? Listen to their tone, listen to their words, and ask yourself, are they just trying to make me feel bad about myself? Or are they using words, and is their tone trying to build me up? The fifth way to tell the difference is to ask yourself, does the person that's giving me this information, did they have my best interest in mind? Think about somebody who is a genuine friend to you that really wants you to succeed. Are they giving you feedback because, once again, they're trying to make you better? Do they have your best interest in mind? Or is it somebody that really doesn't care about you? The sixth way to tell the difference is to ask yourself, if I made the change that they're telling me that I need to make, or the way that I need to do things differently, if I did work on this, would I be not only a better person to other people, but would I actually like myself better? Would I show up as a better person? One of my coaching clients got some feedback that really did sting, and she was not happy to get this information. But whenever she self-reflected, she realized, if I took what this person gave me and really worked in this area, then I know that I could be better, and I know that I could show up better. So she decided to use it as great feedback to really propel her to make a change. So how do you respond, whether it's criticism or feedback? Well, first of all, take some time and go through those questions that I talked about above. Sometimes initially you might just get defensive and not want to take it as helpful feedback because it does sting. However, remember that we all can improve. None of us are perfect. I don't like getting criticism. I don't like getting feedback at the time unless I ask for it. If it's unsolicited feedback, I can find myself really getting defensive on the inside, and it takes me a while to sit and listen and say, can I take this information and become better? And that leads me to the next way to respond. If you do hear criticism or feedback, sometimes, like I said in the beginning, you can't tell which it is in the very moment. Even if it stings at the time, respond with gratefulness and also respond with questions. Maybe they've said something general and you're thinking, well, what can I do with that? To actually ask them, well, can you give me an example? Or what specifically was it that I could have done differently? When you respond calmly, it almost disarms the other person. Even if they're being critical to you, it will disarm them. And lastly, don't miss an opportunity for even just a grain of truth in that feedback or criticism to make you better. Sometimes people can say things in order to criticize us, but there might be a simple grain of truth in there that can make you better. And if you take that and you work on it, then you will come out the winner. Now, if you like this video, share it with others. Don't keep me a secret. I appreciate you watching.